Welcome back to the neighborhood. Our next guest is Michelle Roshkoff, who is a personal stylist. And you design your own clothes, or you help people buy clothes for what they want to have? Is that which one?
So I design the clothes. I bring swatches, or they pick it out on my website.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Before we get too deep into that, I want to do the pre-stuff and talk about it, because that's normally what starts the right mode of the conversation. So pre this part of your life, talk a little bit about your journey, how you got to where you are, where you came from, and what you did to bring you to this point in time in your life.
Okay. Well, I started out working in market research. It was our family's business for every summer since I can remember. And then I got married very early and very young, and then had my first child, and we decided that I wasn't going to. We didn't like the whole nanny situation, right. So I stayed home.
Nice.
Then I had 2 more children.
Okay.
So I have 3 kids at this point, and I opened a women's clothing boutique.
Oh.
I was a stay-at-home mom, but I decided to open a women's clothing boutique, and then it just got to be too much, because that's not how we wanted to raise the kids. Mm-hmm. So I decided to stay home. I did that for about 4 or 5 years, and then the kids started getting older. Well, they were almost out of the house, and I was in a tile store buying tile for my master bathroom. And before you know it, I'm working there. I love textiles. So we were just talking, and she said, "Do you work?" And I said, "No, I'm a stay-at-home mom. Do you want to work?" I said, "Oh, maybe." Yeah. So I worked there for a little while, and then COVID hit.
Oh.
And then I was home again.
Yeah.
But now my kids are really out of the house. Well, I have one more. She's going to be a senior, Boulder. And so I decided to take this on. I do, actually I got to it about 8 years ago. My brother said, "Why don't you do J.Hilburn, custom men's clothing?" And I said, "I never heard of it." And he said, "Well, I've been wearing it for the past 10 years. And I had no idea. And he is always very well dressed. He's like a Boyd's Neiman shopper. And for him to be wearing J.Hilburn, I knew it had to be a good brand and a good company. So I met with the people when they were here. It's a Dallas-based company. And I met with them on the main line when they came in to talk to other people that were thinking of becoming stylists. And I was just about to sign on, and then I got cold feet, and I said, "This doesn't feel right. I'm still raising my kids." So 7 years later, this woman from that meeting contacted me and said, "Hey, what's going on?" I said, "Oh my God, I can't believe you called me. I'd love to do this now. It's a good time." So I signed on, and I've been doing it for the past 14 months now, and I love it.
Everything falls into place, right?
Yeah.
Now, as a young child, were you always fashionable? Were you doing the dolls and getting everything together?
Well, my parents were always well dressed, and yeah, and we were always well dressed. They always made sure we were well dressed, and I was definitely into fashion then.
Nice.
Yeah.
And this is, from what I understand, because I really don't know, this is kind of like a franchise thing that you're into, but you make it your own. You service it your own way.
Exactly. It's your own business. Like when you sign on, you get your own website right away, and all the training and support you could possibly want from the main office. They're really awesome, and you can build the business however you want.
Okay.
So I'm also always looking for people to help me spread the word in South Jersey and come join me in doing this. Like in other areas that they know a lot about it, like mainline area where my brother is. There's a lot of stylists doing it there. I mean, we could always use more out there, but South Jersey, I'm the only one doing it here.
Okay.
So.
And how?
Well, actually, I just signed a couple people on. They're not up and running yet, but they're almost very excited about it. But I could use more help.
Nice. And how do you get in front of people? Like, I know that you met some of our employees at networking events.
Exactly.
Is it more of a word of mouth thing? Is it going out and meeting people? How do you attract clients?
Both.
Okay.
Both. I've been to a lot of networking events. I did a CPA event, like a continuing education event, where I met a lot of people there. It was like a new concept for them to have someone like me there, because it's normally all business related, CPA related. So that was good. I'd love to go. I go into some people's offices. Like I'd love to go into more law firms or accounting firms, or just places, real estate firms. I have one of the real estate places in Haddonfield. I have some clients there, and they've been spreading the word for me. So anywhere where there's, people that like to dress well or should dress well, everybody should be dressing well,
Right.
actually, to make a good impression on people.
I'm the worst person to talk to about that. I am the worst dressed person you probably ever met in your life. Without a doubt. I am literally the person who takes the first shirt and I have 3 different kinds of pants. They all match with everything. Khaki matches with everything. Gray matches with everything. And I'm literally like, if you hear stories about Mark Zuckerberg and all those people that are like, oh, I have the same, I do the same thing. I have regular mortgage shirts. They have my mortgage company on it, and they match. I'm not a fashionable person, but
you could be.
But I could be.
And you'd be amazed. Like in my networking groups, the people that have gotten things from me, people do a double take when they come in for our meetings. They're like, oh my God, is that so and so? Like,
yeah,
it really makes a difference.
It's crazy because I just have never been like that. You know what I mean? I
You should try it. See how you feel. And see how other people react to you.
It's almost like a punishment kind of thing. Like, I remember I was the manager of Raymore and Flanagan for a while. Nothing wrong with Raymore and Flanagan. Great company, great stores. Not anything bad. But you had to wear a suit and tie to work every day. And I felt so uncomfortable all the time. And I felt like I wasn't me. I felt
we
like...
don't do only suits and ties. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was where... So I got out of that and I was like, you know what? I want to go to a job where I can wear khakis and a t-shirt. And I don't want to do that. And my idea of it was always like, in my mind, I always have that objection to overcome when I'm looking at people like, if they dress too nice, I always think it looks like I make too much money. You know what I mean? If I dress too nice, people think, this guy makes too much money off me. I don't want to use him. He's doing there. But I know that's not true.
Well, it's also not only dressing like too nice, it's dressing with what fits you.
Right.
Because it's hard to find things that fit everybody. Because, if it's off the rack, maybe the arms are good, but the body's not, or the body's, or the opposite,
I definitely don't have the everyman build either, so that definitely comes in. Now, for actual manufacture of the clothing, just so I understand, you're not actually making the clothes. No, you're just designing it and go through, and then
I do the measuring.
Or whatever.
I do the measuring, and I design them or put them together with the client, or if he wants me to do it, myself, I put it together and I input it into the computer, and it's manufactured in Thailand and Vietnam, and we use all the finest fabrics that the big wigs are using, and
and the package shows up. It's all ready to go. It's
well, I have it come to me if I can. If they're not out of town, I have it come to me so that I can steam it and put it on a hanger and make it look real nice and deliver it and make sure it fits right.
Okay. Is there someone who's like your perfect person, or almost anybody works as long as they need to? Okay.
Yeah.
Now, you mentioned COVID. That did a lot of strange, crazy things to people with a lot of different things. Has that affected your specific business, because people now are just like, I want to be more casual, I'm working from home anyway, I don't really care how I look? Or do they need to be more professional in certain areas?
Well, you'd be surprised how many suits and sport coats I've been selling.
Okay.
Whether it be for weddings and they haven't worn their suits in a long time, so they don't fit right anymore, or they're out of style, So I'm selling a lot of everything.
Okay.
A lot of people say they have to be, business casual for work, but then they're buying suits or sport coats. So.
Okay. Do you do business casual stuff as well?
Oh yeah,
do all
we
that?
do business casual. We do golf wear. We do leisure wear. We do athletic wear.
Okay.
We do it all.
That's nice. That's nice. And is there a client that you can think of? You don't have to, of course, identify them. Is there somebody that like you made a huge transformation in, and they were a certain way, and after them, you're like they're like your proud baby. Like when you see them, you're like, that's my boy.
Yeah.
He used to look like a dork, and now he's rolling.
Definitely. Yeah. Oh, my favorite part is the delivery when I put it on them, and they're all smiles. Like you can see the difference. Like they love it.
Yeah. All right. And is it just men, or is it men and women?
It's just men.
Okay.
I wish it was both, but we don't do.
Okay.
I get a lot of requests for that. But.
Okay. And if someone was watching right now or seeing anything right now, how would they get in touch with you, and what do they do? Set up a meeting for you to come out and have like a consultation? Is that how?
Yeah,
you do it? Okay.
or we can talk over the phone or Zoom. My website is Michelle Roshkoff michelleroshkoff.jhilburn.com.
Okay.
And there's no dot in the middle of J and H. I don't know. Should I spell it out?
Well, you have it on your Facebook profile, right?
Yes.
Okay.
My Facebook profile is Michelle Roshkoff.
Okay.
My Instagram is michelle.i.roshkoff.
Okay.
Yeah, you can easily find me there.
Sure.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, let's talk a little bit more about you.
Okay.
Life is crazy. Life gets hectic. Mom, family, all that stuff. What do you do to keep your head on straight? How do you relax? How do you not cut people off and have crazy road rage incidents and stuff like that? What do you do to keep your center?
What do I do? I've been like 24/7 doing this. I love it right now. Like I'm still 14 months in, so I haven't really. I need to go. I should go on a vacation.
Vacations are good.
Yeah. Ideally, I would, even if I go to the beach for the day, that's like my happy place. Just to get, the second I open that door and smell that salt air.
Salt air.
Yeah.
What about any type of meditation, self-improvement?
No, I don't.
No?
I read a lot about it.
You read a lot?
So, yeah, about self-improvement and
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And what about the kids? How much interaction?
My kids are awesome.
Yeah.
So my oldest, unfortunately, I'm thrilled that he's not on the West Coast like he was, but he's in Atlanta. He's married for 2 years, and they settled in Atlanta for now.
That sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah.
My daughter moved to Tennessee. I love her. Her husband's a great guy.
Terribly.
My granddaughter is awesome. But, watching
It's
it on
hard.
Zoom and following them on Facebook is better than nothing.
Right.
But, it's like, man, if they were living 15, 20 minutes away, it'd be so much cooler
I know.
than being in the
Yeah.
car. But
So that's a bummer. But
they got to do what they got to do
Yeah,
for the best for
exactly.
them. Yeah.
And my middle one, he is moving into Philly. Actually, his lease started yesterday.
Okay.
But he didn't go yet because he now has a reverse commute because he literally rolls out of bed now and he's at his work. He's a civil engineer.
Okay.
And the company is literally around the corner.
Okay.
But he wanted to live in town. So. And then my youngest is going to be a senior at CU Boulder.
Okay.
So she just came back from Australia. She did her study abroad, and then so she's been home for like a month, and then she's leaving in a couple weeks. So it's been nice having them around. I'm going to miss them terribly when they leave.
Yeah.
That's not permanent. Yeah, they're not.
Yeah.
They're not married. So
Yeah. I'm lucky enough to have a huge variety. I have a 30-year-old all the way down to a 6-month-old, so I'm not going to be empty nester for quite a long time. Probably never, but
and I have my dog.
Yeah.
She's awesome.
Yeah. We have one dog as well. It's awesome for that.
It is great.
What kind of dog do you have?
A Yorkie Sean. Yorkie Bichon.
They're small, right?
She's gained a little. She's like 15 to 18 pounds.
Okay.
But adorable.
We have like 100-pound dogs that we never do. Little dogs. I don't know why. I think it might be a masculine thing, but actually,
definitely.
my wife likes really big dogs. Like she just grew up with big dogs, and we were looking at a smaller dog to go along with it, and she was not having it. So right now we just go with that. So we're going to finish up with our last final personal question. So we did the past, we did the present. Now we're going to go in the future. So we're going to roll the calendar to July, August of 2025. Where do you see yourself? What are some of the things you would have checked off? Some boxes, some vision board stuff. Where do you want to be, and what do you want to accomplish?
Business-wise, I would love to have more people selling with me down the shore, throughout all of South Jersey, down the shore, around here. Build the brand and maybe open a studio.
Okay. Mentor some salespeople, teach them your craft. Okay, I like that. I like that.
Yeah, I like mentoring.
Okay.
Because I'm excited about the business too. So.
It's important. It's really difficult. I find it personally very difficult to sell something that I don't believe in, that I don't like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've done it a few times in my life, in my career of sales, but it comes off as disingenuous, and
Right.
it comes off. People can kind of feel it. At least I believe that people can.
Yeah.
So you can feel the energy of believing in something, and I can tell that you believe
Yeah.
in what you're selling.
Yeah.
All right. And then what about personal life? What kind of goals do you have? Any you want to run a marathon or kill an alligator with your bare hands or anything like that?
Not
Okay.
really.
No, that's not you.
Not so much.
No.
I guess I'd like to get in better shape. I guess.
Okay.
So
All right.
work on myself.
Okay. Awesome.
Everybody always wants to work on themselves, and I'd love to know where my kids are going to land, so I can figure out where I want to land.
Yeah, that's important.
Figuring that out with
You got
kids
one
is
in
not
Atlanta, one in
Yeah.
Philly, one here. You got to figure it out.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But we'll see.
All right, Michelle, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And real quick, I just want to say, Michelle was super incredible and reached out to me. And it was the first time someone's reached out to me. And we weren't really friends on Facebook, right? I'm friends with somebody you're friends with, and you saw something. And for those of you who are out there in business who are not reaching out to people, that's one of the things you need to do. I talk to a lot of people, and they think just because they have a good product or they do good stuff that things are just going to happen, and it doesn't work that way. You have to reach out. You have to make that hello introduction kind of thing, because I never would have. Maybe, we did, our paths did cross before, and we know a lot of the same people. But if you're not taking those steps and introducing yourself to people, it's not going to happen. So thank you so much for coming.
You're
on.
welcome.
And we'll be back with the next guest on Mr. Mortgage's Neighborhood.